So this one is titled, My Wife Got Sick and Couldn't Visit Her Late Husband's Grave for His Death Anniversary, so I went and visited instead. He passed away from cancer 4 years ago. My wife and I have been together for 2 years, married for 6 months. Every year, she'd visit his grave and leave flowers on it. It only takes 30 minutes or so for her to visit him and remember him and pay her respect. I never asked to go with her, but this year she got sick for a few days and couldn't go visit him on his anniversary and do the things she'd normally do. So what I did was purchase some flowers and drive to the cemetery and leave the flowers there and take a picture after praying. And then I went home.
I'm gonna cry.
In the evening, my wife seemed sad and distant. I asked her what was the matter, and she ranted to me about how she couldn't visit her late husband on his 4th anniversary. She said that it felt wrong for her to miss one of the very few visits to his grave like this to express her heartfelt gratitude for him. I told her that I already took care of that and showed her the picture I took of his grave with flowers on it. She couldn't believe it at first and started apologizing, saying I didn't have to do this, but I reassured her that her late husband was a good man to both of us, and although I never met him, he helped her while she struggled with health issues. And if it wasn't for him, she might not have been here with me today. And so I have all the respect for him, and visiting and bringing flowers is the least I could do to express both my wife's and my gratitude for what he has done. For some reason, she started crying, and
some reason, I'm crying.
And I stepped out to give her some space. Next morning, she was more energetic and cheerful. I'm happy to see, as if she had heavy weight lifted off her shoulders, and I hope that she can see that she doesn't have to be apologetic for remembering her late husband or mentioning him in front of me. I'd want her to open up to me more about him and share her grief with me, though I get she needs to have her own moments sometimes, but I just want her to understand that she's not doing anything wrong. Oh,
You said happy.
and well, it is like how many stories have we had on this podcast where people remarry and their new spouse is competing with a fucking ghost?
Yeah, that's so true.
To hear this man like truly like, I love him because he loved her.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be here without him.
Yeah.
And I owe him that respect, that graciousness, that like I don't like, just amazing.
Yeah, honor.
Yeah.
I honestly think that I wish more people had that perspective in life without the passing of someone. Like,
yeah.
we tend to get so contentious and jealous of exes when in reality, like, let's say you marry your partner and it's like no need to get jealous or insecure about people from their past anymore. If anything, it's like honor the role that they played in helping shape this person to become the person that they are now.
Yeah.
That you got to marry.
Absolutely.
Like, I think of that way with like all of my exes. Is like I've you know, I have a good relationship with my like most recent ex. Like, we're still friends. We still have a lot of respect for each other. And I even told him like my door's always open. And the next person, because he said like, I don't know if I want to reach out and I never know if you're dating someone. I want to be respectful. And I was like, I respect that. But whoever I date next has to be okay with me having a relationship with you. Obviously, it's within reason. It's respectful, and
not
it's
you obviously sleeping at his house or like crossing
not like
a fair
going
boundary.
on dates or whatever. But like, no, but having the friendship and having like a platonic, like open communication situation, which I aim to have with anyone who I've dated, because that's a part of your story. They're a chapter, and you know, there's certain people that don't need a chapter to be revisited, and we know who that person is. But like, some chapters should just be Control Alt Delete. You know, get rid of those. But like, for the most part, your exes and people that you have relationships with in your life, not just in a romantic, like let's talk about friendships too. Like they help form you into the person that you are. And this person that you are when you meet your partner, whoever that is, like they should honor your past and they should honor the people. And not, I mean, of course, there's always circumstances where maybe like they're shitty people, whatever. But like in this case, like that's so beautiful. And I wish that we saw more of that, because it's really it's completely true. Like why wouldn't you have anything but like love and admiration for this person who like helped your wife when you weren't there yet?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's just crazy that like when you hear a story like this, and so many of the other stories have been like similar. Like we all, like they've had partners that have loved them, that have gotten them to that point, and yet like you still have the fucking crazy new spouse or the spouse that is mad. It's just like it's baffling that more people don't act like this guy. And so it's just I thought it was really beautiful.
No, it is beautiful. I love that. I love that stuff. Like being able to just put your I want to say put your pride aside, but it sounds like this guy didn't even have pride to begin with.
No.
Like it wasn't like, oh, I sucked it up for the day. Like,
no, it wasn't fake.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing it just for show. He wasn't doing it to like win brownie points for his wife.
No.
He truly cares about her, saw how sad she was that she wouldn't be able to go, and wanted to do something that like was like almost as much for him as it was for her.
Yeah.
It's interesting the way he talks about it, but it's so refreshing and just beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's incredibly beautiful. It made me very sad.
Yeah.